Hey Aries, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your November 2019 reading, okay? This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm dressed as Kiki for you guys, if you didn't notice. I'm dressed as Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service for you. Just thought it'd be fun because it's right near Halloween, so I wanted to dress up for the November reads if possible. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys haven't, do make sure to subscribe, and thank you so much to all my subscribers. Thank you so much for being a part of my soul family and for being here with me every day in the dailies, the weeklies, when I used to do them, the monthlies. So thank you, okay? Do check out that new moon in Scorpio reading, everybody, because that was crazy. It is time-stamped for all the signs, so you can check it out for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get right into this, Aries. We got a lot of 8th house energy right now, a lot of it, starting off the month here, because we have the Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus all in Scorpio, your 8th house. Your connection, you in connection to other people or groups of people. Your connection to groups. I don't know why I'm having a hard time. Yes, I do, actually, because Mercury is going retrograde in like a day or so. It's been in its shadow period, which means that my speech has been great. I sound like Yoda, but I'm saying everything backwards. So I apologize already. I'm apologizing in advance for that, okay? That's how it affects me. How does it affect you? All right, so again, we got Mercury retrograding in Scorpio in your 8th house, which, I mean, I think it's till the 20th, 21st. But that's going to be pretty difficult for you guys, especially because that's going to bring up a lot of communication issues, a lot of huge room for misunderstandings. It's really big in terms of our ability to misunderstand people, to misconstrue what people are saying, and to take things the wrong way, and then react in the wrong way. So just be very careful of that, especially in terms of work, friendships, relationships, okay? But let's get into this here with the tarot. I just want to start pulling here. I want to say something, Aries, I don't know why, but I've been having a lot of stomach issues, and I feel like Aries, it comes from you guys. I don't know why, but I feel like Aries have been having a lot of digestive issues, stomach issues, and it has a lot to do, I think, with stress and anxiety right now, and us kind of pushing against this need to stop. And we need to kind of stop right now and let things be and let things play out. And it's really hard for us to see why we should be doing that right now. Gosh, can I get one card for you guys? This is crazy. And as I say this all, thunder starts in the distance. So what's going on there? Again, there's a thunderous energy in there. It's very electric for you guys in terms of our communications. So please make sure not to start fights for no reason. Make sure to check yourself before you let a misunderstanding get the best of you. Yeah, your energy here is coming up as the Devil on the 7 of Wands. We're needing to fight our way through this Devil energy. And we're going to look at what that Devil energy is, but as you guys know, if you've been with me for a while, the Devil is very much about cycles that we get ourselves, illusory cycles that we get ourselves trapped in. And you guys know that I mention that a lot when I see the Devil, and that's how I feel here, especially with the 7 of Wands. That's I don't want to give up. Smog might have set this war on fire, but it's not going to give up. Even on its deathbed, there's something that it has to keep fighting for, keep going for. And it has to come up against this Devil energy, which is where it's interesting, because I mentioned this in a daily, I think it was for the 28th, and in the new moon in Scorpio video, but this is Scorpio season is really pitting our ego versus our soul. And what I mean by that is our ego wants us to be looked upon greatly. It thinks more about, how we present ourselves, and if we're, hitting the expectations of other people, and if we're living that life that everybody else around us would be comfortable with us living. The Devil is us getting caught in that here, when we really just need to fight against it and kind of do the opposite of what we're doing right now. Reconnect with the soul. Listen to what the soul wants. And what does that soul want? Please just get one. Oh gosh, guys. One card. One. Just one. I think it's because you guys have a very confused energy about how to go about dealing with this situation. It feels like you've been really frustrated. I mean, I feel like Scorpio season brings that out in a lot of people, this frustration and the desire to finally, once and for all, clear the table so that we can move on, because we can't do what we've been doing anymore. Let's see. Devil, Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. Yeah, we gotta move on forward. We gotta communicate about it. This requires action. And that action is to move on. Move toward, take momentum towards our goal. Reach out to people. Do what needs to be done. I do think that when Venus moves into Sagittarius, we're going to feel a lot more lightened up in these, and especially in our relationships. It's going to bring a nicer energy for this retrograde, for the retrograde in Mercury. It's going to bring a lot of freedom seeking, a lot of broadening our horizons, especially if we've been wanting to move, travel, etc. It does feel like we might be finding a way to do it instead of assuming that we just can't, getting stuck in this devil energy of saying, this is what I want, but I can't have it. This is what I want, but this is why I can't have it. It kind of feels very much like we're battling. It's kind of like, what is the term I'm looking for? I feel like I'm seeing something. I'm just trying to, I'll let it come out because I feel like it's going to be a Tolkien reference anyways. Ace of Cups. Yeah, again, like there's a need to reconnect in our soul and to work and make decisions based more on our heart and what feels right at this time. Let's look a little bit deeper at that Ace of Cups there. Because the Ace of Cups is really, really lovely. It's a really lovely energy in terms of it's the essence of healing, of love, of a deep soulful connection in some way here. Something that really fills us up. Yeah, Ten of Swords reverse. And it's because we need to let this go. So what's going on here? Because it feels to me, these are such opposite energies. Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords reverse. What's happening between all of this here? Or what are you doing? It feels very much like you have... Alright, so there we go. Confusion will become, like I said, confusion will become clear. We're going to be able to figure out which is going to work for us. But I think that comes when what? Because the Seven of Cups, we're always going to find that Ace of Cups that we were looking for when it's reversed. You're finding the one cup. Interesting. Okay, can we please get one card here? Let's see. Aries, there's been a need to what about this? I feel like you guys don't know what it is, and that's why I'm not getting the answer right now. Yeah, okay. We need to, there's the World coming out. And the King of Cups. This is where we got to close this out. And we got to start believing, I think, that we're really at this world position. Because Ten of Swords reverse, Seven of Cups, it feels very much like maybe some pain. Like we're going to be very aware of why we've had, this stuff going on. Where it's almost like here we are facing it. Ten of Swords reverse. You kind of, whenever the Ten of Swords is reversed, you are kind of turning around there, taking out all those swords, recognizing them, seeing what they did to you, what they brought up for you. And Scorpio season is very much about going to the darkest depths here, going to the pain, the heartbreak, going through all of the really deep, painful emotions that cause, obviously crying, tears, feeling very lack, feeling like there's no way out. There's a lot of depth that, you know, where we have to dive so deep in Scorpio season in order to figure this stuff out, really confront those 10 swords. Why do they hurt so bad? And why does this confuse us so much? Why do we feel so lost in this pain? Really is what I'm trying to get at. You guys have felt lost in a pain, a loss in terms of, I can't figure out how to make this situation work, and I just keep running around in circles. I keep just doing what I need to do to make oh, what's popping right out here? Making decisions that are maybe too quick. Yeah, there's a need for grounding, and I think that we get what we've been needing right around that Taurus full moon on the 12th. So let's look at that there. It's King of Cups there as well with the World is, to me, this talks about Scorpio season wanting you to close out things, but also to grow emotionally. This is the time of emotional growth. I almost said emotionally growing like an idiot, but this is the time for emotional growth, for emotional maturity to come in, for us to emotionally deal better with chapters closing, for us to let go of the need to be sad, frustrated, angry, and fight against something like a child. It's time to take on a more reserved, calm, let's sit with this and feel it and work through this, that I can learn what I need to about this and why this is so not just hard to get to, but maybe what's within me that kind of blocked me from really getting there. What am I doing wrong? What are you doing? What are you adding or not adding to this situation? Let's see what this not the new moon, the full moon in Taurus might be helping out with this. And yeah, this thunder's getting louder now. Yeah, there it is. Oh, thank God. And like I was about to say, that full moon in Taurus is in your second house of money. So we can expect offers. We can expect the money, the gifts, the abundance, whatever it is we were looking for to kind of come in around then. Very grounding. Let's look a little bit deeper at that because I love an Ace of Coins. We have 2 aces in this reading. So it's a good month. There's some really great, wonderful energy. Yeah, there's an offer coming in. We got something coming in around that full moon in Taurus. Pay attention then. Again, that's why I've been mentioning, you know, try to chill, especially in groups of people at work, because again, there's so much room for misunderstandings, and we don't want to screw this one up, because this looks really, really good with the King of Coins, Ace of Coins, Knight of Cups. It feels like if you have been unhappy with the situation, you haven't had a way out of it this month, expect things to change. But expect them to change when, let's get some advice from the Morgan Greer here, because I feel that we need a little bit of advice to work through all of this. For some of you, maybe what's coming in, I mean, because it's money and it's, you know, Taurus kind of rules your second house of money, I would assume it's more of a career situation, a solid offer, a raise, some type of gift of money, an offer that really makes you very happy and really fulfills you, gets you on stable ground, which is what you've been trying to do, I think, in a lot of ways. Like, you've just been trying to get this, and it's been like, why the hell can't I get this? And here it is. So let's see first at what held you back from that. What held you back from that? Like I said, I knew it. Oh my God, there's the Hierophant, another Taurus card. The Taurus full moon will show you why you couldn't have it until now. For a lot of you, it's going to be different. The keys will be different. But when this falls away, you know, when the Eight of Swords is reversed for me, I always see that as clarity, realizing that we're not stuck and starting to move forward. It's, you know, the Hierophant saying what you needed was patience, what you needed was timing, and you can't mess with that. You can't mess with divine timing. You can't mess with something that is greater than you. It's like a greater energy that wants to come in, but we have to allow it to play out on its own terms. It's like, chuck it up to your higher self, chuck it up to Archangel Michael, chuck it up to whoever it is that you choose to go to for leading, Sarah Joanne Morgan, the Morgan, you know, whoever it is. It's time to chuck it up to them and say, I need guidance, I need help, and trust that it will come in, because it's happening. Something big, something great, something solid and stable is coming in around that Taurus full moon, but it cannot be before that. So let's look at some advice for this whole situation. Queen of Swords. Oof, this is good. I love this. This is a very Libran energy for me. Whenever I get her, especially in this deck, I think it's the Roses or something. She really is just like Queen Libra to me. But Libras are known to see things from both sides. Libra season had us kind of putting on masks. Libra season does that. And I want you to do that again a little bit here. At least until things get a little bit clear around that full moon. I really think it's time for you to be the Queen of Swords. She is very observant of other people. She's observant of the situation, of her balance. She's observant of how she speaks in a situation and how it's going to affect somebody. She thinks about all these things before she opens her mouth and just goes, which is, let's all be honest here, not your energy. It's your opposite sign. It's your opposite cardinal air sign here. And you need to kind of adopt that energy here. You need to adopt a more foresight is what I'm trying to say. Foresight in our communications, foresight into how our actions might affect us in the long run or affect whatever it is we're trying to do here. So be patient, do things by the book. Think before we act, hold back what needs to be held back. Especially if we think it's going to cause some issues, some tears, some upset, something not going right. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles in the World reverse. You have to be confident while closing out a chapter this month. You have to be confident at letting something go. Fully letting something go. It's interesting because when the world is reversed, it's just a very cramped view, honestly, of what we can accomplish. It's very stagnant. It's not right. So I would say, look back on whatever it is you've been trying to do. Is it different? I feel like for some of you, it's hard to let go of something that we've been trying to manifest for even years. Maybe the past year, 2 years. And we need to, I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy. Whenever that happens, I know that spirit is resonating. Because that doesn't just happen for no reason. It feels like someone's like tickling my nose. It's like really weird. But, oh, now I just lost my train of thought. Hold on one second. What were you saying, spirit? Yeah, okay, so we need to, if we're looking, we're still trying to live up to expectations, goals that we've had for years, it's time to let them go. It's time to let things close out and to move on towards something else. We need to be confident enough to let something go and allow it to come back to us. You know what I mean? Like, if you love something, let it go, and if it's meant to be, it'll come back to you. That's the kind of energy I get for you guys this month, which is very strange. But you also have the World upright here, the World reverse and the World upright. Let's talk about that. I don't even know if there's many other cards that want to come out, because this is like I really like this reading, honestly, for you guys. What you need, I love this. I love when this happens. I love it so much. It's a very mirrored card. If you want the world to open up to you, you're going to have to close out a chapter. You're going to have to let something go and trust in the universe here. You're going to have to trust that if you let something go, it will open up back up to you here. The 9 of Pentacles here does not worry about that. She's not afraid that if she closes this book, that there won't be another one that will, be right there for her to open. It's kind of like sliding, I don't want to say sliding doors because I don't feel like that's the right way to say it, but that's the only way I feel like I can describe this, is that, when you close this door might actually open up in a better way. But we have to be willing to release something in order for it to come in. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the patience aspect and the needing to trust that maybe our version of timing and the way we want things to happen is not the best way. And what we were working towards maybe isn't our best vision, isn't our best goal, and we might need to reevaluate that. Oh my God, and as I said that, the sun flipped itself right over. Everything will become clear. This is how things I feel like are going to feel by the end of the month, by the time we get to Sag season. Everything is going to make sense. We're going to get there. It's going to be happy. We're going to be fine, okay? Because the sun is beautiful. It's things really coming into this beautiful, beautiful, balanced, happy, joyful place here where we're celebrating what we found out, celebrating success, celebrating coming together, the attainment of our goals, the attainment of whatever it is we want. This is one of my most favorite sun cards in it because it's just so refreshing. There's no people in it either. It's just like clear, beautiful stream. There's the sun. There's like, the hills here. They got the butterfly. There's like a little bit of gold because the sun is so beautiful. like on the hills here. It's just, it's very nice. It's very clear. It's like I always see, like I always say, the sun is kind of when somebody turns on the light and then you can't unsee it, but it feels so much more beautiful than that. Scorpio season is lighting up your world and allowing you to see things in a way that you didn't before, allowing you to change your vision so that you can change your outcome. Because your outcome is beautiful. Whether you want to believe that at this exact moment or not, because I know that we're in a negative energy right now. I can feel it from you guys. I felt it starting the reading. My stomach hurt so bad before this reading, I almost put the whole thing off. I don't know what happened there. It's like just your energy. You guys are anxious, you're stressed, you're so tired of rolling over this and like in your mind and trying to work your way to wherever it is you're going, that maybe you haven't really looked at your plan to get there or the goal itself. You know, why are we trying to get there? What? You know, what's there? And is this really going to work out for us anymore? Or are we holding on to ideals from years ago? Things that we need to let go of. Expectations that we need to let go of that are very outdated. Anything else want to come out here? Relationships seem good. If we get the 5 of coins, the 6 of coins. So, and then we get, oh my gosh, what's happening? We get one. All right, let's get one more for love. 5 of coins, the 6 of coins is if we have felt on the outs, things will be balancing out. I would say it feels more like after that full moon in Taurus and probably more towards Sag season. Because again, that retrograde is going to be gumming up our works in terms of communicating. And when Venus moves into Sagittarius, we're going to be more on an escapist, freedom-seeking energy here. But honestly, I think that that is actually balancing things out, especially if, you know, you want something different from a partner or want something different than what the person you were dating or going for is giving you. You're willing to kind of compromise, either let something go or work towards something that really is equal for you. You know, that is fair. There is no loss when things are fair here. What else do we need to know in terms of love? Let's just get one more card here. I feel like relationships aren't the main focus this month unless, you know, it's more like groups of people work. And that's not what our focus is on right now. Yeah, relationships are, yeah, 7 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles. Just make sure to put in time and effort into communicating and building together, making sure that we're aligned in mind, body, soul, and not being too combative, okay? So really, there's not much to say about that because that's really not your focus this month. I can feel it. Let's get a Dorian Virtue card, and then we're going to get, oh, as I looked up, it was 2222. So yeah, relationships feel a little bit more balanced, and if we're going through any crossroads and we have a partner, they could actually help a lot if we don't antagonize them and do anything reckless. Yeah, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. This for me is also reconnecting in terms of love, but I feel like on new ideals, on new bases, on a grown perspective. That Venus and Sagittarius is allowing us to expand. All this energy this month between Scorpio and Sagittarius, it's like allowing us to expand in a really beautiful way. And Uranus and Taurus is coming in with its like sprinkling of surprise and chaos to make sure that we rid ourselves of anything that was stopping us, anything that really needed to be get rid of, you know? So let's see. I feel like I said that really weirdly. So I apologize. Mercury's going retrograde. I can't speak. It's just the way it goes. Let's get a Stacey DeMarco card for y'all. Skull of Stars, Infinite Possibilities. And again, guys, I really do apologize for not being here with your October reading, okay? I'm gonna get one more actually for you because I know you're mad. I really am sorry. I don't know what happened there. I'd had the reading and I don't know what happened. It never went live. I had stuff going on and then I just felt like it was the wrong timing and I can't put something out that was, you know, recorded so much earlier. I just felt really weird about it and I just didn't end up putting it out actually. But let's move on from that. And I'm sorry, guys. I really am. Skull of Stars. Infinite Possibilities. So, it is easy to feel small in a world that is so busy and personal and seemingly self-absorbed. We can at times feel lost and unclear about our direction and lose sight of our place in the cosmos. The Skull of Stars reminds us that we are only limited by our own imagination and boundaries. If we can dream it, it is possible. This card indicates that you need to think bigger and more broadly about your future and what you would like to achieve. Perhaps there are false beliefs, often old, that no longer serve you as you grow and change. Sometimes these beliefs may not even be yours. They may have been imparted to you by your parents or the wider community, yet feel rather incongruent to you. You need to endeavor with all of your heart and soul to live the life you want and honor your own wishes and truth. I really like that message for you guys. These cards always just sum it up so perfectly. Unnecessary fear, and this is what you needed to know. You have possibilities, and your fears are not warranted anymore, okay? So pull this card and know that you fear unnecessarily. Things are not as they seem, and although, and the anxieties you have, although real, should be put aside before they haunt you long term. Trust that you know the correct next steps and that you will act upon them. You got to trust yourself here, and you got to trust the universe. It's saying, you know, you just got to chill here. You got to let things go. You got to let it go for things to come in. And allow things to work on their own timing, because they got timing here. And whether you want to see it or not, things are going to be okay. You just have to trust. There's a lot of trust and faith here, and a belief in our infinite possibilities, and to release, again, any fears that we are holding on to that we really know aren't that necessary, okay? And that really don't bring us anything, okay? All right, Aries, those are your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. Have a wonderful and blessed November. Check out your dailies. Check out the New Moon in Scorpio reading. And make sure to share, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to book a private reading, definitely check out my description box below this video. And thank you guys so much. Namaste, my wonderful Aries.